has a story. And everyone has been through something that has changed them. So, never judge a person by the chapter you walked in on.
So tough, and I'm gonna take you traveling the world. I'm gonna love you, babe. Cross my heart and hope to die.
Yes, it's not there. Oh, it'll be behind. That's why. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. I hope you guys are well and warm. That's awkward as hell, but we got it. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. It's Tuesday. We can go up close. It's no big deal. No, it's Wednesday. We haven't been here for 2 dang weeks, ladies and gentlemen, and it sure feels good to be back. There, now it will. Now that I don't... There you go. Now it will. I was covering it up before. Good to see everybody in the chat, man. I haven't been here for, what, 2 weeks? 2 weeks? It was 3 weeks, give or take. But, man, it sure feels good to be back now, doesn't it? Mrs. P, how you doing?
I'm good.
You good?
It's been a long day.
It has been a long day. It sure has. We have lots going on. We're in Vegas just like a few days ago. Then we've been dealing with hockey, and it's just been insane. But if you guys are nudes here, I want to thank you for pulling up. This is your one-stop shop for all things nudes, culture, science, health, you name it. Nothing is off the table. And, well, we're going to start here. This is Tea with P, where the T is beer and the P is me. But today, the T is actually water. I'm drinking water today because I drank quite a bit of beer on the weekend, and I'm just trying to take it back a little bit. Good to see everybody in the chat pulling up, man. I see you guys. Matthew W., what's up, man? On a roll. Reg, John, Default, Joey. On a roll. Good to see you, man. Robert, Dirt Devil, South Dakota Scrogger. We got Scroggers all over the nation, baby. Imagine that. Thomas, what's up, man? Refresh it. Who's refreshed? I feel refreshed. I feel good. Ladies and gentlemen, we've got a great show in store for you today. But before we get into that, if you wouldn't mind hitting that like button. If you haven't already, hit the subscribe button. That way it'll help show the algorithm that we kind of know what we got going on over here. Big things to discuss before we do. Pigeons Grow Show or Grow Channel is now available over on YouTube. Just to throw it on you, Mrs. P, I forgot to get a link for that. If you wouldn't mind, we'll throw that in the chat. It should auto-populate once you're on YouTube. Pigeons Grow. Going to be posting brand new content starting first next week, and I cannot wait. I've been working on this project for a minute, wanted to release it this week, but with traveling and everything going on, I didn't quite have enough time to push it off. So, new channel, go and check that out. You won't be disappointed. I assure you we're going to try to do some things like we used to do around here, like when we were allowed to grow weed content. Able to do grow content or so, or whatever. We got lots to talk about. Big things in the nudes. Raw wins a heavy lawsuit. We're going to do an analysis of Grove versus Sea Vault, mainly because, as you can see here, I've got some Sea Vaults and I got a freshly trimmed Harvest in some Grove bags. We're going to be discussing that and Trump's latest DEA administrator appointee. Could be the end for weed. Koala Puffs gets her YouTube channel back. All that and so much right after this.
Hi, my name is Flora Sprout. You want some? This is Stash Blend. My mama always said Stash Blend is like a bag of magic. You just never know how your plants is gonna thrive.
My plants hurt.
I know the feeling. I used to have plants that struggled too. But then I found this Stash Blend. It's a special mix of nutrients that helps your plants grow strong and healthy. It's got all the good stuff. Beneficial bacteria, silica, seaweed, humic acid, and so much more. You just gotta sprinkle it inside your watering can and add it to your plants. It's that easy. Hey, give some a try. Your plants will feel better. Trust me, it's like magic, and it can go a long way. I remember my first plant. Boy, it struggled. But then I added a little Stash Blend, and it worked really good. My plants were so happy. I just went to stashblend.com and I ordered it, and it showed up, and I used it right away. Order your Stash Blend today.
So, as we get ourselves into the show, if you guys have been following along, I've been doing a little bit of something on the side. I've been growing a little bit of herb, and I've got something to taste, to sample, to dive into tonight, and I am stoked. Oh, and boy, oh boy, we're going to be talking about it. I don't want to start with this one because I harvested the peyote Skittles first, and I was telling myself that was going to be the one that I was going to smoke first. So I am going to smoke on some peyote Skittles. Shout out to Seedsman. I have not sampled any of this stuff yet. I got this stuff. Oh, I got this stuff harvested 2 weeks ago yesterday. And decided, you know what? What better time to start smoking it than now? So I actually got a couple photos of the peyote Skittles. If you're following me on Instagram, I posted those photos for you. And a little teaser over on Twitch as well. Mrs. P's going to pull up right now. This is the peyote Skittles. This is from Seedsman. This went 10.5 weeks. And you know what? Quite frankly, it's probably the biggest of the plants that I had that pulled up. And quite frankly, very impressed with the terpene profile. Very impressed with the overall size of the buds, the trichome development, the smell. Let me give it to you right now. So the honestly, it kind of smells like a fresh load of laundry hanging on a clothesline in the backyard on a nice spring day.
I can smell it from here.
Oh, it's so good. It's got some like pine elements to it. Very earthy. Like almost like a meadow. Like very sweet. I love it. I love it. It's a very good smoke. Very good bud. Absolutely loved it. And I'm very excited to give this a sample. So I grabbed a brand new grinder. Never even used this before. And I figured, you know what? Let's just pack it into the vase and see what happens. I get a lot of questions, actually, about this vase. And later on, I'm going to mention to you where you can pick it up. Because actually now, Pigeons 420's got a shop. And you can start shopping at thepigeonscoop.com/shop. Shout out to my boy Black Tie Canna and my boy Mr. ROB CLTV for helping me get that all sorted out. I'm going to grab this little tray, and I'm going to use it as my serving table. So, let's give it a shot. I am so excited to give this a shot because this garden was by far one of the most one of the most exciting, one of the most rejuvenating gardens I've had in a long time. I posted a little story on Instagram in regards to just the journey that I took to get to this place. And I'm so thankful I did, because this garden really opened my eyes in regards to how much I was lacking, how much I was missing out on my grows because I was just being lazy and it wasn't necessary. So this grow really proved to me that I still got it. So this is some peyote Skittles by Seedsman. Promo code Pigeons420 if you're ever checking out some quality genetics and you want to hit yourself up too. To give you guys a little synopsis of what's going to go on as I pack this bowl. Ladies and gentlemen, today is a Q&A. Q&A. People are mentioning that they're getting kicked out of the stream. What in the world drop again? I wonder if it's my end or your end. I made one small change to my frames earlier, and I'm curious if that had anything to do with it. So I'm not sure. Hopefully nobody's having any problems, and if you are, hopefully a good little reset will help fix that. But today we're doing a Q&A. I'm going to be talking about Trump's DEA appointee nomination. We're going to be talking about Sea Vault versus Grove Bags. We're going to be talking about parenting your kids and quit letting the government do it, and so much more. So if you have a question, whether it's a question in regards to anything we're talking about, whether it's a question that you had that you were thinking about and you were just like, yo, this has been on my mind over the last couple of weeks. What do you think, Pigeons? Bring it up. Bring it up. Mrs. P is going to be watching the chat. I'll be watching the chat, but closer to the top of the hour, we'll be diving into straight Q&As. Just nothing but a conversation between you and me. And there might be something in store for those that stick around to the end of the show. But all that and more, who knows? Guys, shout out to you guys for pulling up. This is my first rip of the Peyote Skittles by Seedsman. So, let me give it a shot. Smell was great. Here we go. Smoking this out of my my Jet Filtrations water pipe. Yeah, now offering them over at thepigeonscoop.com/shop. And a few other of my favorite items that you might see me smoking around here from time to time as well. Plus, much more to come. Okay? So, cheers, friends. A lot of those sweet flavors, pretty damn smooth. Holy shit, that actually hit pretty hard. Pretty smooth. I actually get a sweeter. It's funny that it's called Peyote Skittles because the very first thing that I would have said that comes to mind is a Skittle on the exhale. I get a little bit of a Skittle. Did I remind you of a dragon right there? Yeah, I think that was really good. Smooth. I don't know who grew it, but he did a great job. That was really good. It's little Peyote Skittles to keep the blood flowing right. That was really good. I'm actually quite impressed with that. That was a banger of a rip. But you know what? There's no point in talking about the nudes if we're not going to smoke more than one bowl and be incredibly high.
I'm getting a lot of people dropping, and so did my dad.
Oh, really, eh?
Like, he said it just keeps wanting to go, like, commercial.
Like a commercial, eh? Your stream has just died. R.I.P. Let's, I wonder why, though.
I don't know. It says excellent connection on my end.
It does. Huh. Interesting. It's wanting to go to a commercial? Like an ad break?
He said it's like it goes black for a minute, like it's gonna go to a commercial.
And then comes back?
And then comes back.
That's interesting. Refreshing the page worked for some. I'm gonna assume that this is a server issue and not an issue from my end. So it says, yep, getting a random quick blank screen intermittently. Okay, stream did not die. Huh. All good here. So it seems to be like regional maybe. It's affecting some and then others. That's interesting. I have no indication that anything's going wrong on my end.
No, I'm not dropping frames.
No,
I'm not
nothing. But that doesn't mean nothing's going wrong on our end. It's just at this moment,
No.
it's not. Okay. All right. Yeah. I don't know what I honestly, quite frankly, I'm not sure what to say. It was buffering endlessly. Refresh the page, reloaded it. Okay, so refresh the page, friends. That should help. Okay, that should help. And then, sorry to make you work, Miss P. Can you put this camera in focus? It looks like I am not.
Is it not in focus?
I don't know. Why not? We're going over all the other issues, and may as well just check on this one as well. Why not? Boom. There? Yeah, perfect. Thank you. Yeah, my ad blocker is putting in work here. Okay. Yeah, sorry about this. Hopefully it doesn't translate onto the playback. So if you are having issues, maybe it'll kick in. So flicker every once in a while, but it's probably my end. I don't think it's your end either, Mad Hatter. I have a feeling it's a server issue. But I'm gonna move on from that because we got a lot to talk about. But more importantly, I also want to get into your questions and talk to you guys about a ton of stuff too. There's just a lot of yeah, I'm not mentioning that. Yeah, I'm gonna mention at the very end.
Oh.
Or close to for the specials. But the first thing that I wanted to mention was my Patreon, guys. Huge shout out to my patrons for supporting the show. Patreon.com/pigeons420. If you are interested in supporting the show, if you would like to participate in live grow classes and or have your name displayed at the bottom of the screen, head on over to pigeons420. No. Patreon.com/pigeons420. We are actually just finishing the tail end of our live grow classes for the last session. And I got to tell you, I am so impressed with the work that the people put in for this grow class. Everyone ended up with amazing weed, and I'm so proud. There was a little bit of skepticism at the very beginning that we wouldn't be able to get everybody on the right track and grow similar kinds of weed. But we did it, and we're going to be doing new course again starting in March. So if you're interested and you want to participate, you just want to kind of get your grow right, or you just want to see how Pigeons does it to kind of keep things thriving while keeping a hands-off approach, come check out the classes. Patreon.com/pigeons420. Crowdfunded, dream-driven over here on this channel. So I appreciate you guys so much for pulling up. I mentioned the new Grow channel, so don't forget to check that out. But the first thing I wanted to dive into was the Koala Puffs. Koala Puffs got her YouTube channel back. I'm not sure if much or many of you will remember. However, she lost her channel. God, it feels like it was a couple years ago now. I'm not entirely certain how long it was, but recently got it back. And it's sitting at, I think, 300-some thousand subscribers. And I kind of think that, I'm very thankful and very happy for her. However, as someone who also got their YouTube channel back after it being deleted, I feel as if you're probably better off to just start another YouTube channel and run with that one instead. But nonetheless, we know the feeling of what it's like to have your YouTube channel removed and then brought back. So, I want to give a shout out to Koala Puffs for going through the agony of losing her channel. I'm going to make this a little more personal and pull up a little tighter. Raw wins lawsuit, ladies and gentlemen. This is another one. If you guys have paid attention, I want to give a shout out to Q-Pins. Q-Pins put out a wonderful video over on his channel. And, it was very in depth in regards to the story and the whole situation as a whole. But if you didn't see it, a little refresher. As per MJ Biz Daily, parent of raw cannabis rolling papers wins $8.7 million copyright infringement suit. The Arizona-based parent company of Raw Cannabis Rolling Papers has been awarded $8.7 million from a competitor for copyright infringement of package design and likeness. According to a December ruling by Magistrate Judge Brenda Wexler, the U.S. District Court of the District of Nevada, Ames Group USA Corp., and affiliates were ordered to pay Raw's parent BBK Tobacco and Foods, which does business as HBI innovations, more than $3 million in profits, and $5.6 million plus inventory damages for the copyright violations. This is huge for Raw. If you guys recall, it was like 2 years ago they just lost a lawsuit and had to make right for that. So after facing this $8.7 billion win, there's actually footage, or at least somewhere out there was a footage. I've tried to find it, but I can't, of Josh Kesselman, the founder of Raw, smoking the legal papers of the lawsuit in a giant joint. And I think it only seems fitting. I would have showed the footage, but I couldn't find it anywhere. So if anyone else can find it, send it to me, and I'd love to either react to it, comment on it, or post it somewhere so it can be found. Because I couldn't find it. So that's the Raw wins big. But here's the story that many of you might be here for. This is one that just keeps evolving. Seems like every 24 hours there's a brand new headline or a new update to President Trump's stance and positioning towards cannabis, and or the people he's surrounding him with and their stance towards cannabis. President Trump posted this on his Truth Social. I am pleased to announce that Terry Cole will be the next Drug Enforcement Agent Administrator. Terry is a DEA veteran of 21 years with tours in Colombia, Afghanistan, and Mexico City, who currently serves as Virginia's Secretary of Public Safety and Homeland Security, leading 11 state public safety agencies with more than 19,000 employees. Terry graduated from the Rochester Institute of Technology with a Bachelor of Arts in Liberal Art Criminal Justice and holds leadership certificates from Universities of Virginia, University of Notre Dame, Mendoza School of Business, and MIT Sloan Executive School for Artificial Intelligence and Machine Learning. Together, we will save lives and make America safe again. Congratulations, Terry. Now, that might sound fantastic. However, if you do even the slightest bit of homework in regards to this Terry individual, it seems as if he's probably not the best pick for weed. He's been on the record stating a number of anti-cannabis rhetoric, a lot of which that is not proven. And this is not good in regards to the movement and perpetuation of legal cannabis in America. Cole previously shared a post, and this comes from the greenstate.com. Cole also previously shared a post from the DEA website discussing the dangers of modern high-potency cannabis. The article claimed that high THC products are causing a slew of problems, including mental health conditions like schizophrenia and psychosis. The post also said cannabis sometimes contains lead and mercury, may cause stunted brain growth, and even claimed it can alter the DNA of men's sperm linked to autism. No concrete evidence for these claims was cited. So I decided to do a little diving. And it turns out that, well, he's got this study. It says this is a study that he is citing, or not citing, but it's a story that he is in reference to. And it's just a heavily biased article in regards to not just weed, 4 times more dangerous in 3 decades. And essentially it says it's just weed. Spend enough time at parties or clubs, you will probably hear this phrase used in instances of peer pressure to use marijuana. But what this reassurance does not convey is that cannabis is 4 times as potent today as it was just 3 decades ago. Haven't you heard that before? The amount of delta THC, THC, in cannabis seized by the DEA has spiked from 3.4% in 1993 to 15.34% in 2021. And so, needless to say, entirely biased article. He also, on his LinkedIn, and check this out, on his LinkedIn page, look at this guy, his goofy smile. Check this out. Look at that smile. Look at this. Surprise visit to Virginia Cannabis Control Authority to say hello to our amazing employees, Commonwealth of Virginia. Everybody knows my stance on marijuana after 30 years in law enforcement, so don't even ask. Hashtag just say no, which is tied to Nancy Reagan. Hashtag disorders. Hashtag not legal for distribution. Hashtag health issues. Hashtag thin blue line. Hashtag back the blue. This does not look good. As we know, the last administration recommended the rescheduling of cannabis from a Schedule 1 to a Schedule 3. I believe that's the order it goes in. Or from a 3 to a 1. And it hasn't been done yet. Because A, there was some backlogs. B, there was a change in administration. And now that we have a new administration, will that rescheduling even happen? Who knows? Who knows? However, I have to admit, I'm a little cynical when it comes to the advancement over the next 4 years of this plant. If you guys are no stranger here, I have constantly said cannabis is used as a ruse by politicians during a campaign to garner votes. Time and time again, once those politicians get elected, cannabis gets thrown to the sidelines. Obviously, because it shouldn't be a state issue. It shouldn't be a federal issue. And then we end up getting no progress. This is very discouraging. When I thought maybe based on the president's previous remarks in backing Florida and home grow, and his remarks about supporting some form of legalization. He's on the record. Unfortunately, this kind of is counter to that. What do you think? Am I reading too much into this? Are you familiar with Terry Cole? You think, nah, he's just all talk. He won't actually do anything, or no? Do you think no? We're gonna have legal weed. We're gonna have legal weed. It's gonna happen. It's gonna happen, pigeons. I told you it's gonna happen. And even though it looks like we're going backwards, we're moving forwards. Okay? I'm curious to hear what you guys think in regards to this entire story, because I feel like we're gonna be a little bit all over the place in regards to yay or nay on whether this is good. So I appreciate the quality conversation that's happening on right now in the chat. Thank you guys for say no to Terry. I appreciate you guys for having a conversation. There will be a hearing for Terry Cole to become the administrator for the DEA. So he'll go in front of some congressional. He'll go in front of Congress for hearings. They'll interview / grill him in regards to everything about him. And I'm assuming they will bring up rescheduling and his position on the legalization of cannabis at some point during those hearings. Can almost guarantee it. So this might be one that we want to pay attention to in regards to nominees, because this is the DEA, the Drug Enforcement Agency. Or drug enforcement, agency? Yeah. So it's like, this is the people that have a direct impact on the prosecution of our people. And they can also be the ones that have a direct impact on not leading that charge. So, I'm curious what you guys think about that. And one thing that I kind of want to tie to this is there is an opinion, or there's a position out there by law enforcement that say, no, we are no longer effective. And if you tuned into this article by the Star out of Toronto, it says this: We are just no longer effective. Toronto bylaw officers to stop cracking down on illegal pot shops. That's the position I like. Not a war on drugs. One that allows open and free adult to adult transactions, consensual transactions for a product that's kind of proven to not hurt anyone else other than the consumer. So this article states that the head of Toronto's licensing division says the city bylaw officers will stop enforcing rules against illegal pot shops in 2025 due to the lack of provincial funding and the dangers of doing the job. It's dangerous out there, I'm sure. At a meeting of the council's budget committee on Wednesday, Carlton Grant, executive director of municipal licensing and standards, said that since the legalization in 2018, that his division has shut down dozens of illegal cannabis stores, and at one point there were only about 10 in operation. But he said the potential profits are so lucrative that dozens of operators, some of them backed by organized crime, have simply paid fines and reopened. We are just no longer effective. And I don't know about you, but that's like music to my ears. You're really battling an uphill battle, or it's an uphill battle, trying to shut down cannabis shops. I strongly believe this because there is nothing wrong with cannabis as long as nobody's selling cannabis to children. I don't think there's an issue as long as the product is good, safe, effective. Then what's the issue? What's the issue? And that kind of ties me into I actually had a story here. Once I gotta find it. I didn't pull this one up. Children watching weed ads. So marijuana ads are enticing kids to try weed. Come on, people. This is like straight out of a propagandist book. This is right out of what's the Reefer Madness. Reefer Madness. So marijuana, this is from CNN, of course. So marijuana ads are enticing kids to try weed, study says. Who did this weed? Parents opposed to pot? A legal loophole is allowing children who access social media to see enticing advertisements for marijuana with potentially dangerous consequences. Under the Controlled Substance Act, it's illegal to advertise the sale of use of marijuana using federal airwaves or across state lines. But that hasn't stopped social media ads on cannabis websites from reaching youth of all ages who use screens. I'm not even going to go any farther. I will link this study. You're more than welcome to read it. However, let me just read the little synopsis. According to a 2024 national survey, over 7% of 8th graders and nearly 16% of 10th graders are almost 26% of 12th graders said they have used cannabis in the last 12 months. Cannabis use during adolescence can interfere with... Yeah. I'm not going into that. I just wanted the study part. It's more likely individuals become... Yep, don't care. So I'll post the link to the study if you're interested in it. But hear me out. When I read this, and I'm going to sound like a grumpy old man. But when I read this, why is the onus? Why is the pressure on marijuana ads and kids seeing those ads? How long has sex been on TV? Like, it's been what, culturally accepted since... I remember there was the first this has been monumental. The first gay kiss, I remember that was on a particular show somewhere in the 90s. I think it had to do with Ellen DeGeneres. She was the first lesbian actor out, and it was a first gay episode of something. Power to it. That shit's been on TV since the 90s. Sex, I can't even turn on HBO. Well, and HBO is a horrible example, but I can't turn on regular television without seeing cleavage or short skirts or dudes without their shirts on. I'll include men as well. It's everywhere. It's everywhere. dudes in speeders. That's all over the television. Does television drive children to have sex? Probably. Yep, that makes total sense. But is television to blame? No. This comes down to parenting. This comes down to social programs. This comes down to, hey, do you remember? Sex is addressed in just about every single pre-teen drama. They talk about early childhood pregnancies, and it's not necessarily that they perpetuate it in a romantic nature. It's that they are educating children to what could potentially happen if you have a child or have sex outside of marriage and in when you're in school and all that stuff. It kind of just, it's a social awareness program. They're just showing kids, this is what can happen. Are they accentuating it? Are they putting it in front of your face? Well, sex is already on TV. So why not teach children through social programs, television, parenting, how to manage their feelings, their emotions, their relationships, these desires that you have, the temptations of everyday life. As a parent, I feel it's my responsibility to teach my son how to respect himself, how to respect his friends, how to respect women, how to respect elders, how to respect people in general, human beings. I have to teach him how to be a man. Why not, when it comes to weed, we can't do the same thing? Why do I have to leave it up to the government or YouTube or social media? Why are children on social media to begin with? Why are children on social? Why isn't that the problem? There's weed on social media. So what? There's also dicks. And there's like people getting sliced and diced. And there's like pimple popping. And there's like liquid diarrhea and two girls in a cup. And there's like, come on, man. Why are parents not the ones being held responsible for this? Why is it normal for children to have full access to the internet? That makes no sense to me. But yet we're blaming weed? Come on, man. It's a parent issue. It's a community issue. It's a social issue. It baffles me that it's like, oh yeah, social media. Go ahead. Yep, go ahead. Weed bad. But social media, in my opinion, is worse than crack. Might be talking from experience. But it literally it's a parasite on the human mind. It doesn't care who you are. It doesn't care how old you are. It doesn't care about how much money you make. It will suck you in. I'm talking about social media, not crack. But I bet you didn't even know. But yet social media gets perpetuated on the youth every single day. But yet weed's the bad guy. Come on, parents. It's time to step it up. It's time to raise our children. Quit passing them off to the universe for corporations to raise, for the government to raise, for Dora the Explorer to raise. It's painful to me that we have to blame drugs, sex, violence, alcohol. They all can be bad things when used out of proportion or in excess. But if we teach our children from a very early age how to handle themselves, how to respect themselves, how to conduct themselves, they're going to be able to navigate life avoiding many of those temptations. Maybe I'm wrong. But I want to hear from you. Do you disagree with me? Because if so, this is a conversation I would love to have. Because I think it's baffling, and can you pull this up for a second, babe? I think it's baffling that 7% of 8th graders who have tried cannabis I think that's horrible. I do. 8th graders, I don't think children should be using cannabis at all. In the same reason I don't think they should be drinking alcohol. I don't think they should be driving cars. I don't think they should vote. I don't think they should be watching R-rated movies. And this has nothing to do with trust. This has to do with the fact that they are children. Their minds are vulnerable. There are child things. There are adult things. That's my opinion. I'm curious what you think. It just seems like we've blown things way out of proportion, and we've lost sight of really. And maybe it's not like it's obviously the powers that be. It's not the masses. I do believe the masses are on to something. They're doing the right thing. The average people, I believe they are raising their kids. But there's the 7% of 8th graders that fall beneath the cracks, that need a strong community. They need strong men. They need strong women in their lives. Be those strong men and women in their lives, and help raise them, because it takes a village, and I believe in that. So, here's to you guys. I appreciate you guys listening. If you do disagree and you think that there's a place for the government raising children, I want to hear from you. I 100% disagree, and I would love to hear what someone else thinks. And this is a Q&A today, guys. This is a Q&A today. So after I'm done ranting and rambling about everything, I want to hear your opinion. I'm just going to dive into the comments because, I do often let the comments get away from me because, I'm often, I'm ready. I'm often paying attention to the story and giving my opinion. But I'm always curious what you guys think, and I want to hear from you. So you guys are the guests this week. With that being said, with the next few weeks of TWP, we've got some banger guests. OMG, the next month of guests, incredible. Some true legends. And I cannot wait to jump into it and start having conversations. Some familiar faces and some not so familiar faces, and I can't wait to get into it. Because it's a live show, I'm not going to announce the guests until the week before, just because scheduling is what it is, and it's a late show, so it's tough to always line up time zones. Thank you, Mrs. P. Yeah, we had way too much tea over the weekend. I'm on a water kick. Yeah, I'm on a water kick. Hashtag
as
no
evidenced
shame.
by the picture on Instagram.
Yes, the picture on Instagram of that random dude just snow starring in the backyard of the Airbnb. Yes.
I appreciated the updates, I must say.
Yeah, I bet. So today, guys, we are also sampling my most recent harvests. I have some peyote Skittles, which I sampled at the top of the show, and I have next my favorite of the group, and I'm not saving it for last because this is going to be a special journey for us. Because we've got some frosted lemonade. And this frosted lemonade is compliments of my boy Swank Genetics. And boy, oh boy, this is one that I cannot wait for because, well, we have a project with the boys that we're doing, a little genetic project. Oh my God. And let's just say that frosted lemonade may just be a side piece to that project. Oh, God damn, this shouldn't be legal. I hate saying that because in a lot of places it's not. Frosted lemonade is by Swank Genetics. Swank Genetics is my guy, and OMG, this is something gorgeous. It's got a very strong, very peppery, kind of I think of a musky smell, like a man smell. Oh, and that might be the gayest thing I ever said, and then did right after. But hashtag no shame. This stuff is very, very nasty. Actually, I'm not gonna say nasty because I've got some nasty shit, and that ain't nasty. This is like funky. This is funky, and what's funky? That's that musky, spongy kind of dirt under the couch vibes. Under the couch vibes, and OMG, let's just say when we were smoking some of that Swank Genetics, and we were having some. Oh, it was some fire shit. Let me tell you that it was gorgeous. Mama fire shit. Oh, it was so good. It was so good. And let's just say it really spoke. It spoke to us. It spoke to us. So I'm gonna give this a shot, and I'm gonna get a little ground up smell here, little ASMR for you. Oh God. Oh man. Okay, that's nasty. I like it though. It's funky nasty. I can't stop saying nasty. Maybe it is nasty, pigeons. Don't deny yourself, boy. All right. Oh, I didn't grab the cash tray, Mrs. P. I'm so well placed behind this. There we go. I'm very well placed behind my desk. I try to stay here the whole time. Do a backflip, P. I cannot do a backflip unless I'm on a trampoline. Okay, so I'm going to give this a shot. Shout out to everybody who's sticking in here, even if they're having some connection issues. Appreciate you guys. If you keep hitting the refresh button, it will be definitely worth it. I assure you. So we've got a few to sample here, as I had mentioned at the top of the show. If we're going to be doing a Q&A. So I want you guys to get ready. If there's something that's just itching at you that you just have to get off your chest and you want to ask, I want you to do so. And I want you to know that you can ask that question as many times as you need until I see it. Because sometimes the chat can go by and I miss it. It's okay to ask your question more than once. Okay? It's okay. And myself or Mrs. P is going to see it if you ask more than once. All right? So here we go with some frosted lemonade. Like I said, personal favorite of the group, but they all came out with some nasty funk. So I'm really excited to actually, I'm just gonna scrape all this in here. We're gonna smoke it all in one. We're not gonna smoke at YouTube. We are going to ingest. We're ingesting. Please know that the content in this video is created by users over the age of 21. Is intended for people over the age of 21 and follows all laws and regulations within my local jurisdiction. Thank you. I'm a professional, by the way. Doing my own stunts. So, here we go. This is the lemon frosted lemonade by Swank Genetics. Homie of mine. I'm going to be 100% biased. I can't help it. But I'm going to give you an honest review. Okay? Biased in regards to, it's the shit. But it's going to be an honest review. Cheers. I'm just being honest. Holy shit. Oh my God. Okay. Well, I'm definitely getting like Sunday afternoon barbecue vibes. Whew. Oh my God. Wow. Also getting like some fresh cut grass vibes. Oh my God, that one hit me. Why am high? Okay. Wow. Okay, that was pretty good shit. There's no other way to put it. I barely have my respiratories back to give you a full review. Oh, that was pretty good. Not bad. Respiration, 40%. Vision, 65%. Cognition, 8%. Nervous system is fucking jolted right now at 86%. So I feel pretty good. Perspiration, 15%. Wow. That was like a... Okay, so the frosted lemonade, so far, of the two of them, the frosted lemonade takes the cake. I can't even be biased. There's no bias yet. I can't even be biased yet. Shout out to my boy Swank. Oh, boy. So, now that we're high, we are not high, YouTube. We are medicated. I'd like to jump into your questions. First one, let's start it off right. I answer this one quite often. Well, not too often, but I answer this one. How you got the name Pigeons? Dude, thank you for your question. Fish have butts. Great question. I've seen you before. Pigeons comes from a track in an album of The Game. It was his first solo album, The Documentary. There's a track off there. I'm really high. I don't know how I phrased that sentence, but it didn't sound good in my head. Called Start From Scratch. There's a phrase in there called when there's pigeons, or that states when there's pigeons in the coop, you got to watch where your birds lay. I grew up with like no role models, no male role models, very few. Sorry, that's not true. I had a couple, but very little parenting. I had really little guidance when it came to trying to find my way. So I often found myself listening to music. I found solace and I found a lot of peace in hip hop music, but I listened to all kinds of music. But in particular, hip hop music kind of raised me, and music in general raised me. I have a t-shirt on my website that says music raised me, cannabis saved me. And so that quote kind of resonated with me because I kind of felt like the pigeon. And so I took that moniker, I took that name, and over the years, it's kind of evolved into the concept of I'm a man on a mission to spread a message to the world, to those that are listening, about a plant that heals, that bonds people, that brings the best out of people. And I want to show this to people who have never either A, seen it, tried it, maybe they didn't know it was an option. I'm not trying to change the mind of those that don't want to have their minds changed. But I feel as if I've got a message to spread. And so I feel like I'm the bird, man. And I want to spread that message. And you know what? Pigeons, although they get a bad rap, they're pretty significant creatures throughout time. They've played a very important role in battle, in war. There's examples of pigeons actually saving troops and platoons because they were able to use them as messengers. So yeah, that's it, man. That's really the name, and that's where it came from, and it's kind of stuck. And my homies know my real name, but they still call me Pigeons anyways. So that's it. Good question. But I love music. It's very important to me. Hip hop music, rap music. It really taught me how to be confident in myself, not to back down from adversity, how to have a good, strong ego. I also listen to a lot of country music, and country music also taught me how to be a man, how to raise a family, how to be a father, how to be a good husband, how to work hard, these kind of things. So, yeah, I find a lot of solace in music. Do you guys relate? Pigeons, can you tell us again who was on the branch? These are my homies. It's that's my boy Lloyd. That's my boy. I can't remember which one. It's me and Mitchell and my boy Midas Mitchell. Those are my homies. So yeah. You might have seen them around. Jam, Midas, and me. Country music taught me how to avoid country music. I get it. It's not for everyone. Nah, fuck music. It's okay. It's weird, but that's okay. I know. I guess it must not be for everyone, but yep. You look like Jason. Who's Jason? Jason Aldean. He's a good-looking dude. Sorry if I missed a question, please don't hesitate today. What's the best way to scrog? Let the plant grow through the scrog, or let the plant grow and then scrog? Well, William Zetting, that's a really good question. So what's the best way to scrog? So really, you actually kind of gave two different definitions for two different things. If you're going to scrog, you are going to feed that screen, or you're going to feed the plant, very similar to, how a lot of scroggers do. Shout out to my boy Northern Scrogger, Rick Torrey. He tucks, keeps on tucking, and he'll tuck and tuck and tuck, and he'll scrog for a screen of green. Whereas what you described, on the other hand, is more of a trellis. If you're going to let the plant grow and then put a scrog, a trellis net, they're going to hold up those buds. Looks like a screen of green, but then when you see a screen of green, you know the difference between a trellis, a net holding up some buds, and a screen of green. So yeah. One thing, sorry. Well, how do you like your metal? Perfect. I was going to jump into this. How do you like your metal? So I hope you were going to ask about the Sea-Vault versus the Grove Bag. And if that's not what you're talking about, that's what I'm going to use to segue into this, because I wanted to talk about this anyway. A lot of people have asked, because I'm using both. A lot of people have asked, what do you prefer? Sea-Vault or Grove Bags? I got to be honest with you. In my setup, I utilize both. I utilize both because I find benefit in both products. Do I like one more than the other? Kind of, and I'll explain. So, Sea-Vaults or Grove Bags. What's the difference? Well, if you've never seen a Sea-Vault before, to me, this is the iconic kind of staple of the cannabis game. Is this piece right here. This is like, I don't know what this is, a half pound, the 2 liters. This is kind of like the iconic staple of storing weed, other than in like a bag or something. And they're great. They're hard. They got a decent lid on it with the clasps, and they have a little spot. They have a spot where you can put a Boveda pack. Did you guys know that it's Boveda and it's not Boveda? Unless the owner was trolling me hard, it's Boveda. Anyways, it goes in the top there, and yeah, they work. And if you keep the humidity pack, whether it's a Boveda, whether it's whatever, what's the other one? Not
I can't think of it.
Anyways, you guys will fill me in if you keep that regulated and keep it a new one in there, then they're fine. They're solid, which is quality. The Grove Bags, on the other hand, when it comes to like their solidness, kind of suck, because depending on where you store your stuff, you won't be able to, protect it because it's just a plastic bag and it crumples up easy and so on and so forth. The seal on these, I've never actually sealed the top of these because you can do so with a heat sealer. And I gotta be straight, it keeps my stuff pretty awesome. I was gonna say perfect, but it's like it retains the terpenes, it retains the moisture. They work very well. And I'll be honest, before these came around, I was skeptical as shit. I was like, there's no way a plastic bag does better than a glass jar, or not better. Well, it's claimed to better, but you know what I mean. How a plastic bag can compete, I was like, there's no idea, no way. Then I tried it, and then I realized, okay, they are somewhat effective. They are somewhat efficient. I really only utilize the top of them, like the big bags, or the tops, the big ones. I don't really utilize anything much smaller than this, and this is like a, oh shit, I don't even know. I would say this is like a quarter pound bag, give or take, and it works really well. So the biggest thing between the two of them is literally the fact that you have to maintain the humidity in these, whereas you can really maintain the humidity in these for much longer. Because those Boveda packs, I struggle saying Boveda. Those Boveda packs do need to be replaced fairly often, depending on how long you're looking to store. Whereas if you really want it to long-term store, you just heat seal this, and then you're done. I'm all about saving money, so you could probably save a little more money using a Grove bag rather than a Sea Vault. However, you can't get rid of the durability of a Sea Vault. Now, when somebody says, "Well, is it only the durability?" Because if that's the case, I'll use a glass jar, and quite frankly, I think glass jars work absolutely perfect. So if you're just like me, you have an abundance of them. But if you're also like me, you just threw out all of them because I had so many. I don't think we threw out all of them, but I threw out a good portion of them.
I didn't throw them out. I donated them.
Oh, yes, we donated them.
Sterilized and then donated. So Grandma's salsa isn't going to get any funkiness in it.
Yeah. So, yeah, needless to say, I think they're both great products. It really comes down to what are you looking for? Where are you storing them? What is your budget? Because grow bags are, I believe, significantly cheaper than Sea Vaults. Can you confirm that, Mrs. P?
I believe you are correct.
But yeah, it comes down to your preference. I honestly have nothing against either one of them, but if I had to put one over the other, I think for the fact that, the depending on how much you have, it is a lot easier to store the bags instead of the vaults, because the vaults have no give. And I know that's one of their biggest advantages, but with a bag, I can just roll this up, and it only takes up as how much weed as I have in there, really. And honestly, I guess you could do the same thing with a, well, why don't you just fit as much weed in there? Unfortunately, there's a little bit of wasted space when you're stacking these things. So, anyways, aside from the wasted space, that's really the only edge that I would give to the Grove bags over the Sea Vaults. But what do you guys think? What do you prefer? Honestly, jars work fantastic, and they're way more affordable than both. So if you're balling on a budget and then you were going bigger than jars, and like I said, the nostalgia factor of the Sea Vault is crazy, because like when I was young, I remember seeing those big tins of bud and being like, dude, what if I grow that and put them in there? Did you find it?
Yeah. So Grove bags, I mean, depending on quantity, obviously, are about half price of the Sea Vaults.
Okay, it would for like the same size.
Well, that's the thing. Like, depending on.
So if you like, I think.
Because you can get multiple bags of a size
Oh.
in like a bundle.
Oh. Yeah, you're gonna be saving. You're gonna be saving money with Grove bags, but it comes down to personal preference. I've broken too many jars. That is a downside to the glass. I too have broken weed in the jar. It's unfortunate, but it does happen. Definitely does. Yeah, definitely does. Can replace the lids even if needed. Wash well. Keep buds stored good too. Good. Yes. And that is for the Sea Vault. You can wash the bags too if you really wanted to. So what was that? It was comparable size?
Yeah. Yeah.
Good. What do you prefer? I'm kind of ready to try to sample up something new here as well. Well, you guys, what are you thinking? That lemonade working? Dude, it's working, man. I am excited about that stuff. I've got the peyote Skittles. Okay, so I just did the frosted lemonade. Mrs. P, what are you doing? Just checking stuff out?
I'm looking at comments that I snapped from earlier.
Oh, okay. First, I forgot that we were doing the frosted lemonade.
I showed the picture.
Oh, did you?
I showed it while you were talking. It's all good.
Oh, you're a genius. Okay. She's good. No, she's good. She's always working ahead. That's what I was like. I didn't know where we were. I was like, what are you working on? The next one that I want to sample here real quick. Oh, there's absolutely nothing in this one. How did that happen? Oh, I doubled up. Right. I put all my peyote Skittles in the same container. So now I've got gelato and okay, I'm going to do this one last. So this is some gelato. I don't know which one I actually pulled up for you, but I think I got this one. Gelato 41.
Yep.
Back cross by Seedsman Genetics. This one grew marvelously. I actually have some very nice photos of this on my Instagram as well, both as flower and like in its flower form and as bud. So OMG, this stuff turned out absolutely gorgeous. So much color, so much potency. What do you personally think about the trim job? Is it too much or I mean, is it like not enough? I mean, like, is it too much hippie trim or is it okay for you? What do you guys think? I'm curious. I'm going to put a little bud in here. I'm going to do a smaller one. That last one, like, literally dominated me. No, that was actually a really good size. I'm going to go back to that. Which it wasn't that one. Oh, I already lost it. So anyways, I'll put 2 on there instead. This one was very purple, very black when it grew. All of these were 10.5 weeks when they harvested because the peyote Skittles, one peyote Skittles went like 11.25 weeks, like another 4 or 5 days, 3 or 4 days, 5 days. Aside from the group. So that's right. So I combined the bag of 2 peyote Skittles. I had 2 plants. All this is on my Instagram. I'm just stoned. Were peyote Skittles. One of them went for like another 4 days longer than the other one. So it was like 11 weeks. And then the other one was 10.5 weeks. So I just put them in the same bag because IDGAF. So, I was putting this away.
I don't know that you need another one.
I'm gonna have 2 for that comment.
Okay, that's fair.
Just kidding.
You do that, and I'm gonna read a couple of questions that I caught earlier.
Okay, good idea.
That I have a question for you about. There's a couple of questions about. I can't believe Mrs. P tried to bring cherries over the border allegedly, and how many cherries did she try to bring?
Wow, how old was that story?
What are you telling people?
I've told them everything, dude.
I didn't have the cherries.
But no, I know that they've kind of missed the story there. But I'm just like, who pulled that out? Who pulled? Yeah, did you write down their name?
Deadly Kitten OG
Deadly Kitten OG.
would like to know. For the record, I did not have the cherries.
Right.
The car beside us in inspection had the cherries and got in a lot of trouble from the sounds of what we heard.
We didn't do anything.
We didn't do
Mrs. P.
anything.
Yeah, we didn't do anything.
Nothing.
We did not have cherries.
No.
So, anyways. Yep.
One of the other questions comes from
That was good.
Mr. CLTV.
Mr. CLTV, I like him.
Why didn't you eat those damn Oreos? Why, P?
Put it on this one, please. Not now. Not now.
They're in the shot too. I love it.
Perfect. Perfect. Yeah. Oh my gosh. Okay, so this one, I didn't give you any whiffs. That's why I was pulling this back. I knew why I was pulling this back. I talked about it, but I didn't give you guys any whiffs. So I don't know what it was about my selection for plants in the garden this time. Mrs. P, you should be smelling this too, so people know that I'm not lying to them.
Well, one of the other questions. Hang on, I gotta find it now.
Because people are going to think I'm lying. Everything. Do you only have one nose, pigeons? No. When I was with Swank this week, I smelled blueberry. I'm not even joking. Blueberry, the freshest blueberries I've ever had. It was weed. The freshest blueberries. I smell mint, and I mean mint. I smell, like I couldn't give it any other description. So it's like, I have a nose. I do have a nose. It's just, these things are just funky. They're nasty. They're gross. I don't know how to put it any other way.
Well, Tim Shappa did ask, can we see Mrs. P? To which I respond, you have seen me.
Yeah.
If you watch any of the FTS on location stuff or
If
any
you followed our
travel-
journey, if
any
you have
travel
followed
stuff.
our journey, our.
But for the sake of the smell, I will come over there and I will smell it.
Do you want to smell it?
I will come smell it.
I don't know how you're getting here.
This side? Oh, that's really good.
That was really
That's
good.
really good.
Yeah, it was really good.
As someone who hasn't smoked in like 2 years, that's a nice one.
It was really good. That was really good. Now, what did it smell like, though? What did it smell like?
It does smell kind of fruity.
You
to
got
me.
you got a fruit out
I
of
got a
it?
little bit of a fruity smell to me.
You got fruit out of it?
Yeah.
Okay.
But
okay.
that's, I
Yeah.
don't,
No, I'm not, no.
I don't spend
like
all
that.
day in the garden.
I
so
like that.
I
No.
feel like my nose isn't as well trained.
Oh,
You smell fruit now too?
little. When I opened it up a little bit, it was a little sweeter. It was
Yeah.
a little sweeter on the second whiff. Okay. No, you're right. You're right. This one's a little bit sweet with like a. Would you say it's like a pine?
Yeah. Like a sweet pine.
Okay. Yep. No, I'm kind of on the same page. Man. Oh, yeah. I like that. Okay, and that is the Gelato 41 back cross. What was that? Yep. Ismail. Got you.
I go with your nose. Yay. My nose is more legit.
Okay, hold on. That's okay. Okay, we got. Here, you want to get up for this one, or come and bring it to you?
We're doing another one? Is
Yep.
this the same one?
No, this is the.
This is the other one?
This is the banana jealousy. Or wait, should we?
I need to like.
Or should we?
Is her maneuvering around all of the cameras?
You have to be careful.
Give it to me again. That smells like an armpit.
Like an armpit.
That definitely smells armpitty.
Okay. Okay. Okay.
Not as sweet, for sure.
I should give you. I was gonna say. I wonder what you think about this one. This is the.
Mrs. P should do her own grow.
I'll get it for you, so you don't have to get up again. Try. This is the.
Oh, what is this one?
This is the frosted lemonade.
Oh,
What was that one?
I can see why you and Rob like that one.
Yeah.
That's a bum's foot.
Yeah, that's a bum.
Oh,
Oh, that's
oh, that's potent.
That's funny.
Oh, I can't grow anything to save my life. I can't grow vegetables. I can't grow flowers. Anything in the yard. Pigeons is the one that takes care of it. I don't touch it because it'll die. So me growing anything would just be a mess.
See, I told you it was funky. I told you it was funky.
I do appreciate the beauty of the plants that he grows.
See, see, that's the thing about the sea vault. Is I busted up the this is what made you smell them all, because I was like, no. I kind of lose the little bit of the terp on this. It's like once I, like, just because it's in the jar, once I grind it up, it's like, oh, it's a little funkier. I didn't get sweet until I smelt it out of the thing.
Oh, that first one?
Yeah, or the one that you'd said. Because the reason I had said that is because I ground it up, and then I poured it out, and I was like, oh. Yeah, smell this. Yeah, we're losing terps in the sea vault because I keep opening the jars. That was the one that you said was sweet.
Yeah, no, it's definitely not sweet there.
Yeah, that's what I was saying.
Not as pungent as the last one.
No, that was no, it was just because there's no weed even in the grinder.
No, they definitely have a much different smell in the bag or in the canister.
Smells
than they
like
do.
bones, booth. Showing that one. Yeah, no. So, anyways, yeah, losing just a little flavor. I had them sitting out in the,
But
like with the
when,
lids off.
when you bust them up, I can smell them all the way over here.
Oh yeah.
Even that first bag that you opened, I could smell over here.
And of course, the more we let those terpenes just fly out. Next one, I'm gonna grind up, and you smell that too. Okay, let me try this. So this is the Gelato 41 back cross.
One of the other questions I snapped earlier was from OG Lieutenant Blazer.
That's my guy.
Question: when's the last time you took a look at your car's extended warranty? Funny
Yesterday.
enough.
Yesterday, way too many times. That car, literally, guys. I'm not even joking. I'm gonna put a review video out of the 2022 Ford Mach-E electric Mach-E Mustang. It's not gonna be very kind. Like I do enjoy the car, but the review's not gonna be very kind.
I love the car. It's all of the accessories and things that are going wrong with it
Yep.
that I hate. But the car itself, I love it. It's a beautiful car. It drives beautifully. I love that it's electric, but that's about where it ends.
Yeah. Yep. All seedsmen, except for the frosted lemonade was Swank Genetics. But yeah. Cheers, guys.
something break. Currently, we have no heat in the car, Idiom. It was minus 46 with a wind chill today,
No big deal.
and no heat. So, yeah,
So
It's
for
rough.
me, I get like a bark, kind of like a bark, like a woody kind of taste, kind of earthy undertones. Some of that funk isn't as translated into the taste, but it definitely gives it like that earthy taste. Earth. That's what I'm getting out of the Gelato 41 Backcross. The high is decent. Definitely a mellower high. I don't know if I'm just thinking this, but I feel like my speech has slowed down a little bit. Went from a little hype to kind of like a little more mellow immediately, which I like too. So this to me would be like a more evening relax high, or if maybe I like intense highs when I have to go interact with other human beings. So a mellower high for me would be like maybe just chilling, vibing, maybe about to watch a movie, relax, something like that. Gelato 41, that's what's doing it for me. That feels really good. Got another question? Where can I find Swank Genetics at? Swank Genetics on Instagram. Is my dude. I think you got to run the lemonade back and see if it's still ripping your face off. Oh, we got a little lemonade right there. Welcome to the Grow Tent. Is that my guy? My guy. Welcome to the Grow Tent. GT's in the house. GT, friend of the show. Great to see you, homie. Yeah, if you have any questions about genetics, you want to talk genetics, Swank Genetics is a great guy. Yeah, he's definitely certified dank. Yeah, Paul, you're on the right field here. Mr. 420 Grows, good to see you, friend. Good evening, sir. Welcome to the hot seat. How you feeling? What you doing? What happened? It seems like the stream does that for a few people. It does come back though on its own. Is that what happens?
it seems like
That's
it.
a very unfortunate way to maintain viewership, I'll admit. Very difficult way to maintain viewership. Do you reuse soil? Not in the garden. No, I use my... What, do you reuse it? The answer is no. I don't. I used to, but the straightest answer is once the roots have like really just clung a hold of it, to go outside and to go beat the daylights out of the pot and to get all that loose soil to break and to try to like retain the root ball and throw it away. And no, I don't reuse my soil. If you're new to the channel or if you've been here for a while, you may or may not know, I'm a very hands-off approach in the garden, and any extra work other than taking my plants out of the tent every 3 days to water them and feed them doesn't fly for me. I don't want it to be difficult, and so I just take the soil and I reuse it outside. Like, so I go outside and I'll put it in the yard. I use it like as a landscaping device so I can even out my backyard. I've used it in other potting beds, other things. Yeah. But not back into the garden. Because the process of doing all the dirt cleaning, I feel like could also be a contamination point too. But the reality is I don't have time. Super fucking annoying. YouTube, get your shit together. D-Man, I apologize. I sure hope the replay doesn't do this. I don't think it will. So... shout out to everybody that's trying to make it work. I'll make it worth your while later, I promise. Did you see any other questions, Mrs. P? Anything else that tickled your fancy, or I just want to make sure I don't miss anything from back in the day? If you have a question, please don't hesitate to ask. And if you've already asked a question, please don't hesitate to ask it again, because I missed it, and you're more than welcome to ask the same question 2, 3, 4, 5 times if I can't see it. I'm very excited about the new Grow channel. I'm going to be experimenting a ton with Grow content. Really going to be bringing things back to the way that I used to create Grow content back in the day. And I really hope... And incorporating some new. Tons of new. Obviously, it's what we're all about. So if you're interested, there was a link. We'll share it again here in a sec. But it'll probably be in the description. If I was smart, I would have put it in the description.
Okay, I can link it again.
What seeds you popping next? Well, I've got my own that I'm popping next. That's an exclusive for you, for the few people that are able to tune in right now. I'm popping my own genetics next. First of all, I'm also going to be popping some homies genetics. I've got Mountain Candy OG to pop. I've got some F4s of Chill Out OG to pop. Yeah, I'm stoked. Do grow bags keep the smell in? Huge keep the smell in. Yep. Already subbed up. Appreciate you, John. And I'm definitely going to be posting content in the coming week. I've been working on a project. I promise. And I'm putting some time into it. Way more time than necessary, but worth it.
Do you ventilate outdoors year round?
Yes, and I pay the price for it. Yep. I have a hole directly outside of my house all year round. Yep. And most days I got the air pushing out, but for the sake of the show, I turn the air off. And so for a little while it can get pretty cold down here, but I got to admit, when it's minus 45 degrees,
That's not bad.
it's not minus 45.
It is.
Oh, it is right now?
Yeah.
Oh. It's not bad down here. Yeah, when it's great temperatures. Yeah, I do. So, and the price is that it could it gets cold down here, man. It gets cold. It can get cold. But yeah, I got it compensated with all the sweet grow stuff that I have back there. I'm very blessed. Yeah. YouTube having some issues tonight. I know. Can you, every time someone says something like it, can you tag them and say just refresh? Actually, friends in the chat, if you see somebody say something along the lines of YouTube having some issues tonight, can you just at them? Because on the phone it's horrible. I don't have that ability, and it's very clear we're having issues. Like, I know we've had some struggling nights with viewership, but like it's abnormally low, to be honest with you.
I have a couple of people asking, do you press rosin at all?
M West.
Never see you dab. Do you dab?
100%. I do not press rosin. I do dab. Fairly fairly consistent. But I don't dab a lot because the concentrates that I have are so fucking good that I don't want to smoke them because I don't want to lose them. And however, I did get a new jar, but I haven't opened it yet. And I am a man who's able to say no to temptation, if you haven't been able to learn lately. So I now have 2 jars of quality stuff. And yeah, I don't want to smoke it because it's really good. And I just don't want to smoke. I don't want to lose it. And I know I'll smoke it all away. So no, I do. I do like it. I just need shittier stuff. World's problems, huh? Yeah. Also, I think now it's okay to mention our intentions for keeping you guys this long. We're gonna be doing a giveaway tonight, my friends. A giveaway. I kept it till the very last minute. It's unfortunate that people are having some connection issues, but I'm gonna reward those that have been here the whole time, trying to make it work and tuning in. I appreciate you guys. And if there's someone that is having issues and was like, "Fuck, I wanted to tune in and I missed it," I'm gonna say it at this end of the show, this late, because if you've made it this late, either A, having issues, B, just chilling right now, listen to me for the last 2 hours. I thank you, man. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you so, so much. And so this channel does do giveaways. And I don't think the majority of people... When you're a content creator, let me break it down for you. When you're a content creator, there are multiple people that you reach on your journey. This is how I feel it. There, for me, are two steps of viewership. There's the audience, there's the algorithm. This way out here. Way out here. And then there's the community. And the community's so small. And it's this big. And I love you guys so much. And I want to reward you guys for tuning in. Many of you guys, that if I ask how long have you been watching or what, or someone pulled up a story about the fucking cherries, man. Yeah, you got this. You got it a little bit wrong, but that's good digging. Because I haven't talked about that for a long time.
The cherry incident actually happened, 16 years ago now?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Almost 17 years.
It was our first, it was your and I first trip together.
And it was the first summer that we were together.
First summer.
So almost 17 years.
First helicopter ride.
First
That's crazy, I know.
First 8 hours in a car with somebody that you just met.
Yep. And yeah, crazy. That's it's been 17 years, huh?
17 years in March.
Not bad. Married for an eternity, right?
10.
That's what I said. No, happily couldn't have picked a better person to team up for life, against life. What was the point of that?
Those people have been here for that long.
Oh, that you guys have been here for even that long. So the weed's working. But needless to say, and I understand, and I'm not hating on anybody for using giveaways as a way to gain viewership. That's fantastic. It gets views. There's no doubt about it. Fucking A. But to me, I don't want to pull some random guy from the universe to reward with some giveaways, dude. I want it to be somebody who's made it through 2 hours of nonsense that are still in the chat being like, P, I love you, dog. That to me is way more important. So that's how I do giveaways. And let me just say, if you're a random person from the universe and you just got here and you heard that, good luck. And fuck, if you tune in, you might be able to win more. Imagine that. Isn't that enticing as hell, hey? If it's not my face, you could win some free shit. Anyways, so yeah, that's my point. I need some water. Mrs. P, you got some water? So yeah, the weed is weeding. Yeah. Oh my goodness, we can have Gatorade too.
Just knocking shit over.
Thank you. Oh gosh. So yeah. So I appreciate you guys, man. Love you, dog. Appreciate you motivated. Thank you, man. And yeah, I'm definitely high as a kite. I love it. I got more weed to taste too. We got more coming. So yeah, what are we giving away? Huge shout out to AC Infinity. I got some incredible sponsors, man. Huge shout out to AC Infinity. Huge shout out to Stash Blend. And a huge shout out to From the Stash. I am going to be doing 3 giveaways tonight. Is that what I said?
Yep.
Yep. 3 giveaways. So what are we giving away? Well, you might ask. First, of one of a kind, exclusive From the Stash sunglasses. You may or may not, but could, if you tried, have seen From the Stash wearing these sunglasses. You could win them. Okay? You could win them too. Okay? You could win them too. Yep, you're not walking away with nothing. I'll pay 5 times the worth of these to ship these to you. Okay? Okay? All winners, we pay for shipping. All right? We pay for shipping. You're not paying nothing. But I'll send these wherever For the AC Infinity thing, it's US and Canada only. And for Stash Blend, USA and Canada. And maybe if it doesn't cost me an arm and a leg to get it anywhere else in the world, I don't really care. It's just the cost. If it costs me $1,000, I'm not in, but it should be pretty good. So Stash Blend, I think I can say it's international. As long as I can get it in your country and not violate any laws, I'm in. Let's put it that way. So we got it. Okay. Can the UK play? The UK can play. We'll make it work. Sorry, I didn't mean to scream in your face. One of a kind. Did I mention one of a kind? Yeah, but we'll do that. We'll do that right at the top of the show. I've got another weed to smoke though, and this one is the Banana Jealousy by Seedsman Genetics. Promo code Pigeons420. Quality genetics. People think, oh, pigeon. I've seen the negativity in the comments. I do see it. I don't engage with much. I engage with stupidity sometimes, but it's hard. Hard not to. It's hard. It's tough. It's like driving by a train wreck, and you're like, holy shit. No, thanks. You still want to watch it. Anyways.
Oh, the rules. You just have to click on the link that I dropped in the chat. Follow Pigeons.
Follow me on X.
X, Twitter, whatever you want to call it.
X Twitter.
And your entry is in.
That's it. You're in. It's that easy. So I've got some Banana Jealousy. So, as I was saying, Seedsman works with a ton of great breeders. There's Barney's Farm. They recently... maybe I shouldn't say... maybe I know things that I shouldn't know. So I'm not going to say that. Isn't this tea? Fuck. Maybe you'll see Swank Genetics there. You never know. You didn't hear me here. I don't know. Maybe you will. Maybe you won't. They've got more. You can find Terpes Mutant Genetics. You can they work with some incredible breeders, man. So when I see it in my comments that are like, oh, they're just renaming stuff, but they work with them. They work with these breeders. What do you mean? So I 100%. They're doing some quality things, and I'm excited about it. So I have here Banana Jealousy. Quite frankly, I've opened the lid on these way too much, and it has no flavor to it when I open it. But Banana Jealousy is gassy to me. They're nasty. They're all nasty, and I feel like you had some bad whiffages. But oh, I didn't even announce. I didn't even finish announcing. The weed's working. Oh my god. I didn't even finish announcing what we're going to give away. Is it worth it? Or do we move on? Should we just shut the show off and forget about it?
No.
Send everybody home?
I'll announce it.
Yeah, please. What's the number 2?
Number 2, we're giving away a bag of Stash Blend.
Oh, did I say that already? I don't think I did.
I think you did.
Maybe I did.
And number 3, we're giving away the ACI Controller AI Plus.
Hey. Controller Pro AI Plus. Just straight hard facts. Do you need this? No. Okay. If you've already got, that doesn't help my sales. I get it, but let me just be honest. If you've already got your environment under control, if you've already got the humidity pumped in there, you've already got your temperature dialed in, you've got the light right, it's already fine. Don't touch it. Strong believer of, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. If you are new to growing and you are determined to figure this out on a budget, no. You can do it on your own. You can try to figure this out. Why I'm laughing is because I've been growing for so damn long, and it's been so difficult. Chris only invented VPD like fucking 10 months ago. So I've been trying to line up my humidity and my temperature for years, all by myself. It is very difficult. The reality is, and I understand it does cost a little bit more money, but let me tell you the frustration, the time, the effort, the energy, the headaches, the sleepless nights, the faulty equipment, the inability to keep touch of it when you're not in the room can all be fixed with just a controller. And ACI has already proven themselves to have quality equipment that works fantastic. With itself. Everything. So it's like, it's worth it. It is 100% worth it. But let me tell you, it's going to make it to the point where you can just focus on the plant. You can focus on what drives you. You can focus on family. You can focus on things, the plant itself. If you are really, you care about the plant, you want to dive into it, don't worry about your equipment. That's huge because it's your equipment that'll give you the sleepless nights. Get rid of the friggin' digital time, the analog timers. I can't believe I used to have, I think we fixed it. I used to have a literal print of a timer in my drywall because it faulted for like the 9th time. And I pitched that thing so far, so fast, it just beautifully, like Wile E. Coyote going through the concrete. It was perfect in the drywall. Anyways, avoid that. Anyways, that was a very unnecessarily long advertisement. I am going to smoke. It's an advertisement, but I guess I'm just trying to be honest. Save some money, but save some headache. And they really support me too on top of that. So here's the sniff. Oh, okay. I'm not gonna say anything. Let me just bring this to you.
Yeah, don't tell me.
Bring this to you. Okay,
And then I think we need to do the giveaway quick before we lose too many people.
The banana jealousy. Pushing that way sideways.
I feel like I just smell all the other ones on your fingers.
You should see her face. It's like I just kicked out the cord. It's like she just smelled a. Oh no, you describe it. Your face was something there.
Like a dirty shoe?
You're right. That's a great way to describe it.
I have never ever been a fan of the smell of the weed. I
Dirty shoes.
I partook for many years. The smell was never the part that got me on it.
And for the record, she says it was my fingers. Like I had them up my ass or something.
No, I could smell like the other strains on your fingers while I was
No,
trying
you
to
said
smell.
dirty shoes. I guess, yeah, it's not up the ass. I guess.
No, when I got my... I smelled the actual stuff.
All right. This isn't a bad little grinder, but it's cooking up already.
As I say, I feel like there's a reason that we've never used it.
I'm so glad you said that. See, I do have a good note. Dirty foot. Dirty foot is a great description. That's
100%
exactly
dirty
how I
foot.
would describe it.
like when you've been wearing your shoes all day, and then you take them off.
What are you
That's-
making her smell, P? My fingers? Jude? All right, I'm going to pack this up. If I missed any questions, please go ahead and drop the link again. Because it's tough. I'd hate to lose anyone, but...
No, I just think because of the YouTube issues.
No, I know.
And so I want to do the giveaway before we lose too many people. Not that people are leaving, but like
No,
we're literally gonna
no.
lose them.
We're losing them because they don't know they can come back. That sucks. That's why I think it's a server issue.
Oh, 100%. Because I pulled it up on my phone, and it was fine.
But you said your dad tuned in and he got kicked.
But Dad texted me because he was tuned in, and he was sending me like screenshots, and it would cut out, and then it would like switch to somebody else's video.
That's a great way to retain. That's a great
Right?
way.
I know. He's like, I don't understand what's happening.
This is why a pre-recorded show would be so much easier.
But it's not as fun.
It's not as fun. It's not as fun.
I like learning new things every week.
I know. I toy with this, friends. I toy with this. I'm a firm believer of a live show, but it's like, wow. It's been a long journey. I don't think I'm throwing in the towel. Cheers. So this is Banana Jealousy. This is by Seedsman. Do you use Firebot? No. Don't know what that is. Feel like shavings.
Like wood shaving?
Yeah, it's definitely woody. That funk becomes like a carpet, like a carpet, like a stale carpet in a cabin. Yeah. That's really a cabin carpet.
Cabin carpet.
That's how I would pretty much shape that up. That's great.
He is sedated. Yes, he is.
You want to be sedated. Don't forget we go live every night pretty well, except for Wednesdays and Sundays and Mondays. So on Tuesdays, all day, and Thursdays, Fridays, Saturdays, we go live on Twitch, twitch.tv/pigeons420. If you guys want to tune in, I'm a heavy gamer, guys. I game out like you wouldn't believe, and if you're up for that kind of stuff, I think you'll be pleased. So, with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, I think it's only fair. I think with all of the issues that we've had, that I think we should do the giveaway.
Agreed.
Yeah. Okay.
All right.
So the first thing's for the glasses, the exclusive one of a kind from the stash, only available here through this giveaway, and maybe some other ones on from the stash. Some FTS glasses. Who do we got?
What?
Should we do the link one more time real quick?
I just did it.
Oh, okay, good. Perfect. You're on top of this really well.
I'm going to butcher this name, and I apologize.
Do they have a screen name? Or is it the name on YouTube?
It's the name on...
Oh, if it's the one in the chat.
It's the one in the chat.
That's fine. Yep.
Jude Boudreau?
Jude.
Jude?
Yeah, come on.
I see you in the chat.
I see it right there. Peter Sedated.
And has been here all night.
Yeah. Oh, that's crazy. Congratulations. Mr. Boudreau. Let's go, Miss V. Yeah. One of a kind.
One of a kind.
Yeah. He's like, fuck, I needed that controller. Now, number 2 for a bag of stash blend. No, for real though, to all the winners, thank you so much, Jude, for being here. I appreciate you tuning in, being for the whole show. Thank you, and congratulations. That's huge. It really means the world to me. Big hugs. Number 2, stash blend, your premium plant additive. If you're looking to up your garden and you want to increase the garden skills, decrease the bills, I would highly suggest you check out StashBlend.com. StashBlend has worked for a ton of people, and aside from like a bit of clumping, nobody's really had an issue, and we're very proud of that. And if you would like to step your game up, check out some Stash Blend or participate in the giveaways that we have here, or on the From the Stash AC Infinity channel and the From the Stash Uncensored channel. So if you're looking for that, that's FTS Uncensored on YouTube and the ACI channel. Check those out. Number 2, who we got for Stash Blend?
Number 2 for Stash Blend, we have Mateo.
Mateo? Mateo. Mateo, are you here, friend? Are you here, friend? Appreciate you. Appreciate you. Come on down. Come on down.
I see Mateo right there.
Oh, you do? Oh, right there. Mateo.
Pescator. Probably butchering that too. I'm not good with names.
Pescator.
Perfect.
Pescator. Yeah, congratulations, friend. Congratulations. And Mateo, thank you so much for being in the chat. Seriously, you guys mean the world to me. And this is why I hide these giveaways in the show rather than make a big deal of them. So thank you so much. Appreciate you guys. Little hidden gems, okay? Jude, what I would suggest is, I won't exclude anyone from the winnings in the future as long as you don't win anything.
Twice.
Twice. That's really it. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's it. Win anything twice. That's it. So tune back in, but more importantly, if you come to FTS Uncensored, that YouTube channel or the AC Infinity channel, and stay tuned, possibly new shows coming, I guarantee your chances are going to increase dramatically. Okay? Dramatically. That's a cheat code right there. All right? And ACI is all over the place giving stuff away. All right? So you won't miss out. Now, drum roll. For the AC Infinity Controller Pro AI. This one is a game changer. I'm stoked about this one. This one changed my game. Switch it. What are you in? Are you in veg or flower? Are you growing lettuce? Are you growing tomatoes? Other plants? Set your points. Forget it. It's going to grow for you, which is fantastic, incorporating AI in many of its features. So I'm using it. Works great. Someone asked me if I should hook up. I got the hiccups. If I should hook up another tent to it, I didn't know if you could do that. Can you hook up another tent to the Controller Pro AI? I'm curious. 2 tents on one controller. I've never heard of such a thing, but I wouldn't be surprised if it was available. I'm just kind of curious how you'd get the readings, the multiple readings. I don't think you can. Maybe you can. I'm not sure. I don't think you can, but maybe. Someone asked me if I did. But regardless of that, Controller Pro AI Plus, our winner is Canada and USA only.
Chi-Town Hi-Fi.
Chi-Town Hi-Fi? Okay. Yep. Definitely Canada and USA only. No, I'm just kidding. Chi-Town Hi-Fi?
They're United States.
Of course. No, I'm just playing. Chi-Town Hi-Fi? Is that what you said?
Yep.
Yeah, I love it. I don't think you can, as it only has one probe input. One probe input. The AI has 2 probe inputs, doesn't it? No, you're right. I don't remember. No, but the other things run via the UIS cord.
There's Chi-Town in the chat.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Chi-Town Hi-Fi. Let's go, man.
All right.
Let's go.
So as with any of our other giveaways, I will email you either tonight or tomorrow asking for your addresses, and we will get your prizes sent off to you ASAP.
Yep, because you had to provide your email so that we could contact you.
Yep.
I want you to remember to, if you want to check out the latest, I'm going to be upping and revamping, not revamping, but getting some quality content over on thepigeonscoop.com. Okay, whether you're looking to sign up to our email list, whether you want to shop for some of my favorite gear or clothing, go and check it out. Thepigeonscoop.com. Seriously, for real, if you made it this far, I'm probably going to be incorporating giveaways in the majority of our shows throughout the month. Now, one thing I wanted to share with you guys, because you're the homies, you're the only ones that are really going to ask me where the show is. Wednesdays compete with hockey for us. So that's the biggest reason that I haven't been able to record on Wednesdays. And it's made me consider switching nights, but hockey is coming down, and no matter what night I switch it to, we are very busy, and something will come up on that night. So hockey is coming to an end, and I'm not sure if our practice nights are going to be the same. I think they're on weekends, no?
For spring,
Yeah.
they're weekends.
Yeah. So we're good. So we're
The
gonna
only
be
thing
okay.
that will matter is playoff games, and I can try and schedule those around
Right.
Wednesdays.
Right. And we'll see. If I have to move the show to another night, I'll make sure it doesn't conflict with somebody else, another channel show, and we'll make it happen. We'll make it happen. But to incorporate some good quality guests, we're gonna make some small changes too to make sure that we can make anything happen, and we can have some good, wicked people in the hot seat, because man, these upcoming weeks, we got some wicked friends dropping in here. Friends, and not just familiar faces. We got all kinds of people showing, and I can't wait to stay tuned. One more time, shout out to my Patreon, patreon.com/pigeons420. I've got brand new grow classes starting in March. So if you want to tune in, if you're struggling in the garden, or if you just want to kind of see how pigeons grows, come tune in. Patreon.com/pigeons420. Huge shout out to everybody who already supports me. I appreciate you guys. If you want to see your name on the screen during the show or so much more, head on over to patreon.com/pigeons420. Got the new channel going on as well. Come and show some love. New content coming over there right away. Got some wicked stuff dropping. Thanks to everybody who's been supporting the content and supporting the channel for all these years. You guys are animals. I appreciate you. I consider you guys family. So if there's anything and anything at all you ever need, hit me up, because I want to hear from you. Okay? I love you guys. Appreciate you. We'll see you soon. Peace.
I can't believe diamonds so pearls, and I will gonna take you traveling the world. I'm gonna love